Hello everyone, Ali Sharaki here. Sorry if my voice is gone. Yesterday I had to do 12 hours of coaching in London, so it literally affected my voice. Yesterday, I just want to share with you this lesson I learned yesterday with one of my mentor and how to deal with people. Now, yesterday I had to go to the bathroom and I had to coach a trader about his depression, anxiety, and the way he feels when he's losing money or he's gaining money and the decision he's making. It was a fun day. After the session finished, it was a successful session and the guy really enjoyed it, but in between I asked a wrong question, which when you ask the wrong question, you get the wrong answer. And when the session finished, I had to go and meet my mentor so he can assess me and tell me how I did in that lesson. So I knew I done that wrong, and I knew he's gonna say to me like, you're gonna do this session again, and he's gonna mark me down for that. So as soon as I walked in, I said to him, I know this was my mistake. I'm really sorry about it. I shouldn't have asked that question. That question, when I asked, it was questioning that person's self-esteem, and I shouldn't be asking that question because I was there to help them to build up their esteem, self-esteem. And that question came out wrongly. Next time I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna ask the right question. And I'm really sorry about that. Yes, I done coaching long enough, and I'm on a mastery class, which is really high level of performance. So it's very amateur of me to making mistake like that. So I make sure next time I'm not gonna make that mistake. The mentor looked at me and he says, yeah, I don't know what to say because you just said everything. Now that mentor, I hear about him. He is a very, very harsh examiner when he's examining people and when he's marking them down. And the way he come across, he's very harsh and he's a very bad critic. When he wants to criticize somebody, he beat them down. He just want to make sure he knows more than you, and he uses his power of authority to dominate you and make you feel small. And I studied him before, and I knew how that mentor is behaving. So as soon as I went to his office, I admitted to my mistake, and I explained to them, look, this was my mistake. I should have done this. Next time I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna fix it. And then he was surprised because he thought I'm gone there now to defend myself and defend my mistake. And he was expecting me now, when he said this was your mistake, I start arguing with him, arguing, trying to defend my mistake. And he was surprised with my behavior toward him, accepting my mistake, and straight away admitting to my mistake and telling what I done wrong. He was disarmed. He didn't know what to say. He was surprised. He was just sitting there looking and says, well, I guess this time we can let that go off. And I can just imagine you didn't ask that question because the rest of the performance was brilliant. Now, this is a very important human needs of self-esteem. When he is criticizing me, he is gaining self-esteem. He feels powerful, But when there was nothing to criticize and he couldn't criticize, he need to be merciful. Now, instead of getting that feeling of self-esteem from criticizing other people, he would get that self-esteem from being merciful, because that's the opposite of being criticism to somebody. So for that reason, when he sees I'm criticizing myself really harshly and saying to him, look, I'm completely wrong, it's my fault, I should have done that, he didn't have no other way. He had to start to be merciful and show some mercifulness. which ended up in him, giving me a good mark and passing me in that exam, which I thought he was gonna fail me on that. So it just shows, if you do, you condemn yourself first when you are in the presence of somebody who's gonna be judging you. You close the avenue to them to criticize you, and the only way for them to criticize you is to be merciful toward you, and that's gonna give you a better result than trying to defend your mistake. If I make a mistake, I take responsibility for it, I accept it. I never ever try to defend my mistake. It's just waste of time. Only coward and stupid people defend their mistake. If you done a mistake, just accept it, learn from it, move forward, and carry on going. Because if it's just stupid, it's a waste of time. Keep arguing with people, trying to defend a mistake. I'm really sorry about my voice. It was a long day yesterday, 12-13 hours. I had to just talk the whole day. Now I'm sitting here waiting for my son to come out from his martial art class to spend some time with him today. And see you in the next video.